Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the foundations of balance and the different areas of the body we want to bring more attention to and potentially more engagement to as well. So as I said, you'll want to have a pillow nearby. If you have any discomfort in the knees when lunging, honestly, I'm a young-ish human and I still want to have, something under my knees from time to time. And maybe some blocks as well, just to help stabilize you in certain positions. So we're going to be talking about balance and what goes into balance. A lot of people think that it's kind of just luck or something that you're born with. You're either innately good at balance or innately bad at balance, very clumsy, falling over all the time. But I'm here to say balance is a skill, and like any other skill, it can be cultivated and honed through practice and through awareness. So if you're somebody who's a bit wibbly wobbly on the mat, that's fine, that's normal. It's all about trying to cultivate a better sense of body awareness, so that sense of proprioception, where the body is in space, and about engaging certain muscles that maybe are a bit lazy or a bit unwilling to turn on. So we're going to be playing with that a little bit today. Let's go ahead and start in any comfortable position where you can settle in and breathe. So this could be a seat, this could be on your back, this could be a child's pose, this could be in bed, I don't care, as long as you can breathe deeply. Once you've found a comfortable position, consider closing the eyes and mouth. Begin to observe your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Not trying to alter the breath yet. Just begin to notice what's there. What does your breath feel like today? Where in the body do you experience movement with your breath? Use this awareness to begin to ground yourself and to begin to cultivate a sense of mindfulness and presence. Anything you may have carried onto your mat with you today, with each exhale, let it go. Each exhale brings you a little further into the present. Each exhale grounds you a little bit further into the body. If you're ready, let's begin to deepen the inhale now. Draw your breath into the rib cage and allow the belly to move. If it's available, let's start with 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Try and keep your attention with the sensation of the breath. Stay curious about what it feels like to breathe into your body today. Begin to connect to a more sideways breath. So we're breathing into the sides of the low ribs. The ribs move first, and the belly follows. We're starting to really connect to our primary breathing muscles here. And encourage a little more movement between the ribs. If it's available, bring the breath up to 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Try and find new movement through the rib cage, new sensation. Bring that deep breath round to the back body. Feel the ribs and the skin across the back move with your breath. And then on your next exhale, let's just open the mouth and sigh something out. Nice. Inhale, open your eyes. And let's meet in a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's move through a little bit of spinal movements here. So cat-cow, inhale to drop the belly and lengthen the sternum. Exhale to round. Close your eyes if possible. And let's start to deepen the breath so the corresponding movement is a little deeper and lasts a little longer. Instead of leading the movement with your neck and your head, lead the movement with your mid-back, and the neck simply follows the mandates of the lower parts of the spine. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in a neutral position. Firm the low belly, so instead of sagging into the shoulders and into the low back, we're finding engagement, push into the floor. Extend your left leg behind you, firm the glutes, and as you exhale, lift the leg up using your glutes. Now again, we don't care about how high the leg is, so yeah, I can lift my leg up really high if I arch my back and drop my belly, but I don't care about that. We're focusing on balance. So the leg just in line with the hips. You can flex or point your toes, really your preference, but have some engagement through the foot. We're going to start to challenge your balance and your awareness of your balance. Come onto your left fingertips. See how this feels. And if you feel steady, let's extend the left arm in front. Your thumb points up. Now you can tuck your right toes. That could help with the balance for some. If you tuck the back toes, it's totally up to you. Push through the bottom hand. Notice where you feel a wiggle, a little shake. Firm through the front body. Remember the deep core, those of you who are in that class. Draw those low ribs in. Draw the base of the skull back. Deep cores on to help stabilize. Nice. And then we're going to slowly reach our arm back behind us if we feel balanced, if you want to challenge a little more. And then we're just going to move the arm forward and back. If you're still struggling to stay in the one original shape, just stay there. And if you feel like you're balanced, start to mobilize through your shoulder. Really big sweeping movements through the shoulder. Keep your glutes fired up. Nice. And then we're going to reach that arm forward. Bring your left hand to your left hip. We're going to open into a baby revolved moon. So turn your toes to the left. I've now stacked my left hip. Oopsie, lost my balance. Stack my left hip over the right. And to help with the balance, engage through your legs here. So that was what I was messing right there. Engage through that outer left hip. Even put your hand on this hip and push your leg up into your hand. So glute medius is on. As you exhale, purse your lips and find a deeper core engagement. Nice. Maybe reach your left arm high. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your left hand to the floor. Toes point to the floor. Reach your right arm either up or have it on the low back. Notice your glutes. Maybe even have a hand on your bum and keep your glutes fired up. Glutes are essential to our balance, especially in postures with the leg extended behind. And then gently lower down. So you'll start to see there's themes from our previous classes that will arise today and be relevant. Turn your fingers out to the left and to the right and just find a little side to side movement. And then take it round in a circle, breathing in and out of your nose. And start to add some spinal movements. So think cat-cow here in the spine. As you circle, should feel really juicy, really good. Maybe close your eyes. Nice, take it around the other way. Keep breathing. Oh yeah, I really like some of these movements. Really veering off the railroad tracks. That's great. Yeah, get into it. And then we're going to meet in a neutral table and do the same thing on the other side. So let's take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale through those pursed lips and find that deep core engagement. So remember, that's not your six-pack abs, it's that deepest core layer that will help stabilize you. Extend the right leg behind. Right away, firm through your glutes. And if you need to give them a poke, give them a poke. Lift the leg up. Maybe tuck your back toes if that feels more stable. Just depends on the human. And let's extend that right arm in front. Push into your bottom hand. Thumb pointing up to the ceiling. If this feels stable, start to move your arm forward and back. So the legs are very engaged here. Your glutes are on, your hamstrings are on, and your toes are even engaged. So you're either flexing or pointing through the foot. Bring your arm to your right hip, hand to right hip, I should say. Start to turn your toes to the right, so we're coming into this little baby revolved moon. And feel glute medius here, so these muscles that live on the outside edge of the hip. Push your leg up into your hand, see if you can feel these muscles work. And maybe if you feel stable, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Keep pushing into your bottom hand so that left shoulder is sucking back into the socket. Very stable and sturdy bottom arm. And then gently let's lower down as slow as you can manage. Right hand to the floor. Right toes point down now. And you can reach your left arm either up or have your hand on the sacrum here, the very base of the spine. Keep your glutes fired up to lift the leg. Remember, that's the main role of the glutes. Woo, and then lower down. Stunning job. Let's tuck the toes and hover your knees off the floor. Firm through that low belly. And remember, you can always take that exhale to find extra deep core engagement. Push the base of the skull back, just like we did last week with the core. So your head, instead of falling forward, is moving back, and those deep neck flexors are on. And then we're gonna lift those hips high, downward facing dog, and take any movement that feels right. Maybe bending one leg at a time, maybe bringing your ears towards your biceps, side to side. And wherever you are, let's keep that deep breath. Nice. And when you're ready, let's bend the knees, lengthen the spine. Softly walk your hands back towards your feet. Come to a forward fold at the back of the mat. Now you could grab opposite elbows if that feels right. Or maybe just hang heavy arms to the floor. Maybe find movement or maybe stay still. But do keep your knees bent here. Knees bent, 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 bent. This will better help get into that back body. Chin to chest, so chin tucked a little bit more, so you're fully allowing gravity to take hold of the neck. And find a little more space through the spine. Gently bring your hands down. And as you inhale, let's roll up to stand if that feels good for you. And we'll meet at the back of the mat. All right, we're gonna play with our balance a little bit here. Come onto the tips of your toes. Actually, I don't like that. I mean, you are on the tip of the toes, but it's really the ball of the foot that's pushing down. So it's this fleshy bit right under your toes, really, that you're pushing down into, even though it looks like you're standing on your toes. Lift the heels. Now notice if you're feeling a little wiggly, the ankles are shaking. Push into the big toe mounds. Firm your glutes. Notice your rib cage. Are your ribs flaring? As you exhale, draw your ribs together. Nice. And then just reach your arms forward. Shoulders draw back and down. Nice, everyone. Glutes are on. We're not clenching the core. It's that subtle engagement of that deepest core layer. And then we're going to tiptoe to the top of the mat. See if you can keep your balance. And then lower the heels down. Nicely done. Here's where some of you might want to have a pillow nearby as a cushion. It's always a good idea. Or a blanket, just something squishy. Let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Keep your knees bent and lengthen through the spine here. Exhale to fold. Let's step back to a tabletop. Now here you may want to bring a pillow under your right knee if you have any sensitivity there. We're going to extend that right leg behind us. Nice. As you exhale, lift the leg up. Now we're going to challenge yourselves a little bit here by walking your hands back towards your left leg and see if you can balance lifting your hands up. Bring your right leg forward. See what happens. And then step your leg down. Now it doesn't matter what your hands are doing as long as it's helping you balance. So we're in a 90-90 lunge now. Right leg is forward. Firm through your left glutes. Give them a little poke and tuck the tail. Keep the left hand on your glutes. Reach your right arm high and lengthen through the right side. You should feel a juicy little tug across the front of that left hip. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Straighten up your forward leg a bit, but keep the knee bent a little bit here. Tug your toes back, and we're balancing on the center of your right heel. So as you tug your foot back, we're not stepping it back, just tugging isometrically. You should feel the back of the leg fire up. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. You feel the hamstrings in the back. Yeah, that's what we want. That's the engagement we're looking for. Nice. With that engagement, still keeping that bend in the knee so we can really contract the hamstrings. Come to the fingertips. Spine is long. And now maybe reach your arms out to the side like you're a little airplane. Firm through the front body. Exhale through those pursed lips. Find that deep core engagement. Notice how this feels. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, bring your hands down and bring your foot to the floor. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice if your breathing has changed. Take a deep inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Nice. Let's bring it forward into table. Now you may want to get a pillow under your left knee. Did I say that wrong the last time? I totally did. You may want to have a pillow under your right knee because we're going to extend the left leg. Sorry if I messed you up last time. Let's engage through those glutes. Again, you can point or flex your foot. It really doesn't matter. And then we're going to walk the hands back. I'm going to try with pointed toes this time. Lift your arms up. Find that shake. Bring your knee into your belly. Just look at one point on the floor and slowly step your foot down. Woo! That's really tricky. Nicely done. 90-90 lunge. So right knee under right hip. Bring your right hand to your right glutes. Feel those muscles contract and the tail tuck. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Lengthen through the left side. Really reaching through the fingertips and through the arm. Bring your right arm high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring both hands to the floor or to some blocks. I should have said that before. You can have blocks as well. Straighten up that forward leg enough, but keep a subtle bend in the knee. And again, your hands can be on blocks, that's fine. Now tug your heel back to find the engagement through the back of the leg, through the hamstrings, these set of muscles that we really neglect a lot in yoga. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, see if you can float your hands up and reach through the hands. Now I'm going to challenge you even more. If you feel steady, point your fingers and bring your fingers, your index finger, to the tip of your nose. So you're just going to move side to side here. Yeah, that's it. And move slow as you can. And be really accurate about the movement. So you're bringing the tip of the finger to the tip of your nose. Maybe lean forward a little bit more. Keep pulling your left heel back. So we're just adding on a little bit more challenge for the body, but also for the brain. This is really good for your brain. Woo! Nice. And then extend your arms. Bring your feet down, your hands down. Step back. Find your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Give your head a little shake. Walk your hands back to your feet. Take a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Firm through that low belly, so we're not dropping the belly like a cow pose. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift to stand, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands down. Nice. Bring your feet together. This kind of helps me balance. and hug your inner thighs together. Now, even before we lift onto the toes, firm through the glutes. And when the glutes are on, it's easier to engage the deep core. Remember, it's all connected, it's all related. You can have your hands on your hips for now, so you can notice how the pelvis is responding. Lift onto the tips of the toes or the ball of the foot, really. Lift the inner arches. So the inside edge of the foot is actively drawing up. There are muscles there that can work to draw it up. And now we're going to start to twinkle our toes to the top of the mat with an added challenge to lift your knees up to your belly. So let's start walking, and you're just lifting your knees up. See how long you can balance. And one side will be easier than the other. I recently had an injury on my left foot, so now my left side is just messed up. And if you've had an injury on one side, it actually will really affect your balance or broken a bone or something. And then we're going to come to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Draw the base of the skull back so the front of the throat is engaging. Exhale to fold. Let's step back into your table. Bring a pillow under your left knee. I'm right about that this time. That's the right side. Bring a pillow under the left knee. Extend the right leg. Lift it up. Point or flex your toes. For me, today, I think pointing is helping, but it, again, is up to you. Walk your hands back, fingertips, firm through the front body. So the second you lose that engagement, the balance is going to go, or it's going to be at least really hard. Lift the fingertips up. Bring your right knee in to your belly. See if you can hold. And then step it down. 90-90. Nice. Left hand, left glute. Right hand reaches high. Left arm reaches high. Keep that little tuck of the tail. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Straighten up that forward leg enough, but keep a little bend in the knee. You're balancing on the center of that forward heel as you flex the toes back. Give it that tug back, which immediately should give you the sense of stability. Immediately when I do that, I feel like I can do whatever I want with my hands. Nice, and we're gonna lift those arms up. Nice. This time to challenge your balance, if you need an extra challenge, bring your pinky finger to your thumbs on both hands, so pinky finger to thumbs, and then your ring finger, middle finger, index, and then just keep that going. Pinky all the way, working your way in. And just start leaning forward a little more. The quicker you move with these little finger taps, the trickier it's going to be for your brain to figure out what's happening. It's actually a really, really nice thing to do for your brain, your cerebellum. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing. Take a deep inhale. Ooh, and then exhale, bring your hands down. Now, option to straighten your forward leg if that's in your range of motion and you want to do that, or you keep it bent. Now you bring a block either under your right hand or you just bring your right fingers to the inside edge of your forward leg. Left hand to your sacrum. And as you exhale, we're going to rotate towards the left like a little baby triangle pose. Lengthen the spine. Maybe reach your left arm up, extend through the fingers. If you're feeling good here, keep tugging your heel back so you're still having that engagement through the back legs. If you feel good, hover your bottom hand off the floor, firm through the front body. Keep breathing and just look at one point on the floor. So option to hover. That's it. Nice, everyone. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, bring your hands down. Rebend your forward knee. This time, step your back knee back a little bit further. So we're setting up for Anjaneyasana. Firm through your glutes here. As you inhale, we're going to lift up. And notice if you're collapsing forward. See if you can find engagement. So pull your right foot back as you pull your left knee forward. And this opposition of forces is going to stabilize you. Again, that's a trick to balance, is these two oppositional forces meeting to give you stability. So forward foot pulling back and back leg pulling forward. If you're feeling good, we're going to bring the back heel towards the bum. And those bums should be active. Give them a poke. And bring your heel in. Grab your foot. Now, if you need to, keep your forearm on your forward thigh to help you balance. Keep your glutes on. Push your foot into your hand. If you want to challenge your balance more, reach your right arm to the front of the room and keep rotating through the chest, pushing the foot into your hand. just look at one point on the floor. Notice your glutes will really want to switch off. Steady your breath. Now for an added bonus, release your back foot, hold the shape, and squeeze your heel to your bum. Feel your hamstrings now have to fire. Ooh, and then come all the way down. If you lost your balance, that's fine. Step back, find your down dog. We're all gonna lose our balance today, at least once, probably a lot more than that. Take a deep inhale and let something go, sigh it out. Inhale, bring it forward, tabletop. Extend your left leg. And play with what works for you. So maybe tuck your back toes, maybe bring the flat of the foot down. Maybe point the lifted leg toes, or maybe flex. Walk your hands back and engage through the front body. Find balance, maybe, just for a second even is a win. Find those little shaky moments, those little wiggles. Bring your knee into your belly, and everywhere you're shaking is where the body is trying to readjust and find that stability. And it's all good, it's all great. Those stability muscles are working in overtime here. And then set it down. Whew. Nice. Come into your 90-90. Right hand to right glutes. Firm those muscles, left arm high. Inhale. Reach your right arm a little higher. Take a deep exhale. And then let's lower, find your half splits. Drag that left heel back, firm through the front of the body. So we're not just sagging down for the sake of it. We're finding engagement through the back of the body and through the front. Now if you feel steady, lift your arms and do those little finger taps, pinkies to your index finger. And if you want more of a challenge, go a little quicker. Keep breathing. Maybe lean forward, but keep the integrity through the back and through the front. Keep tugging your heel back towards your hips. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice, everyone. And then bring your hands down. Well done. Maybe straighten your forward leg, maybe not. Left hand to the inside edge of your forward leg, either to the floor to a block. As you exhale, twist into this little baby triangle, right hand to your sacrum. Find the rotation through the spine first before you think about lifting the arms. And if you feel good and balanced, to reach your right arm high, maybe hover your bottom arm off the floor and lengthen through that left side. So instead of collapsing and crunching the left side, it's active, it's strong. So we've got the deep core firing, we've got the back body firing. Everything is on here to keep us stable. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands down. Bend the forward knee. Step your right knee back a smidge so you're more on the top of the knee than the center. Firm through your glutes, and with that firmness, lift up as you inhale. Draw your left foot back, so it's that isometric tugging back as you pull your right knee forward. And it's those two forces that will meet in the middle to bring balance. To bring balance to the force. I've been watching a lot of Star Wars. Bring your back heel towards your bum. Catch your foot with your right hand. Now if you're feeling a bit wibbly wobbly, left forearm to thigh. Push your back foot into your hand. Maybe you reach your left arm forward, and as you exhale, rotate a little bit more. Notice if your ribs are flaring, if your glutes are turning off, if you're sagging into the hips, find that upward lift, keeping that same tug of the left foot back and the right knee forward, and your glutes on. And then release your foot, hold the shape, squeeze your heel to your bum as much as you can, feel the hamstrings fire, oof, and then bring your hands down. Step back, find your downward facing dog, take a few deep breaths here, or in a child's pose, whatever you need. Just bring that breath here. Take a deep inhale in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Gorgeous. Bend your knees, walk your hands back, or you can play a little bit with your balance. So you can start to push forward and back here. And then we're going to see if we can shoot back and fold down. It takes a little bit of practice, and you can walk your hands closer to your feet to make that easier. Fold all the way down. Inhale, let's lift up halfway and lengthen firm through the low belly. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift to stand, palms touch, look up. And exhale, hands down. All right, for this one, we're gonna do the same thing, but I want you to focus on the muscles here in the front of the hip. So just for a moment, bring your right knee up and feel your hip flexors fire. So you're literally flexing the hip. Feel those muscles move. Give me a thumbs up. You can feel those muscles. Yeah, okay. And then the other side, left knee in. Give me a thumbs up if you feel those muscles firing. Keep your hand right here. Keep it in so you can feel the muscle. Here, right there. Yeah, okay. Some of you are like, I don't know what you mean. So hold on, come down for a moment. Find these two little bones at the front of your pelvis. Everyone has them, little bones. And then move slightly in and down. Slightly in and down. And this is where you want to feel it. So you feel these muscles contracting. Yeah? Makes sense? Give me a thumbs up if you're finding it. Yeah? Okay. Good. And then we're going to do our little twinkle toes, but keep your fingers here right on top of your hip flexors. So come up to the tip of the toes, lift through the inner arches, glutes are on. And then you're just going to lift one knee up towards your belly at a time and feel those muscles work. Notice which side is easier. My left foot is just really unhappy today. Come on, little guy, you can do it. Ooh. And then just give it a little shake. Now, if you have had any injuries, any broken bones, any pulled muscles, any trauma, even like a little big cut or something on one side of your body, I want you to find that point of trauma, even if it's been years ago, and I want you to rub it. So it's going to be a little bit weird. I recently hurt my foot, and I'm just going to rub where I hurt it. And what we're doing is we're stimulating the nerves around that area to fire. Because when you injure yourself, it actually damages this connection between the brain and the body, and it's going to throw off your balance, and it's going to mess you up, especially on that one side. So I'm just really stimulating this area so my brain is able to map that area more effectively. And if you haven't had any trauma, then I'm jealous. You've never hurt yourself, that's cool. Good for you. Nice, and then just give it a little shake. We're going to come to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. All right, step back, find table. A little quicker this time, lift your right leg up, firm the glutes. Come to the fingertips, walk the hands back to the knee. Breathe. Bring the knee in. Step forward. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down. Straighten the forward leg. Pull the heel back. Reach your arms out. This time, bring your index finger to your thumb and work your way from the index finger to the pinky finger. So the opposite way. Someone just wrote a message. I'm going to look. Keep breathing. Oh no, not bad, not the needle. Okay, and then we're going to come back, hands to the floor. Woo, nice. Now we're going to take it into a revolved little baby triangle. So you can keep your knee bent, bring your left hand to the floor to a block. And as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right, right hand to the sacrum, the very, very base of the spine here. Draw that right shoulder up, find engagement. Pull that back heel back still so that femur, that forward thigh bone is drawing into the hip socket. Maybe reach your right arm up and maybe hover your bottom arm as well. So it's going to be really tricky. You don't have to hover if you don't want to. Keep breathing and try not to hop. Try not to hop up. That's it. Gorgeous, everyone. And then gently, gently come down. And we're going to bring the foot down. Come into Anjane. So walk your back knee back a little bit. Exhale to lift up, finding that strength and that control. You can always have a pillow under your knee, that's fine. And then we're going to bring the back heel to your bum. Reach back with your left hand. And either do what we've already done, if that was enough, or added a little bonus for balance. You can reach both hands back, grabbing onto the foot or the ankle. Push your foot into your hands. Draw the shoulders back. And breathe here. Keep that same engagement, drawing that forward foot back and the back knee forward. Keep breathing. And that takes a moment to figure out. Nice, everyone. Inhale. Exhale. Release the foot down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring your hands down. We're going to step back. Find your downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Walk your hands back to the feet, and you could try shooting back or just hopping back. So you need a little momentum, leaning forward. And I like to shoot back on that exhale. So shooting back, forward fold. Nice. Now we're going to work on crow pose. And if you don't want to work on an arm balance, that's fine. You can just take it into either malasana, or you can even just sit on the bum, feet together, also fine. So for crow pose, all arm balances are essentially the same. You want to have that engagement in the front body. You want to have that lift by leveraging your body weight. So it's all about the proportions of your body and how that helps lift you. So we're going to talk about what I think is the most accessible arm balance. Tuck your upper arms against the inside edge of your knees. So you want to be above the elbow. Now you have to have your hands forward in order to lift up. So I'll show you. So if I have my hands really, really close, there's really no way, okay, maybe I could lift up. I could really force it, but it's so much harder because I just boxed myself in. So I'm going to bring my hands forward so I have space to move the heaviest part of my body forward, which is my torso. So I'm going to lift the chin, lean forward, and we're not hopping. Hug your knees against your upper arms so you're squeezing everything in. Lean forward. Maybe just lift one foot up at a time, alternating. Maybe lift both feet. Now you're going to point your toes and squeeze your heels to your bum like you're going to touch your heels to your bum. Don't worry looking at your feet. They're not going to fall off. Nice, everyone. And resist the urge to hop. Hopping is going to make balancing much more difficult in all balancing postures. Nice. Nice. That's okay. And then just take a little rest. Fold forward. Get off of your wrists, palms flip up to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, side out. Nice. And then we're just going to walk back into our down dog. Walk it out. Bend the knees, bring it forward, tabletop. Extend the left leg, point or flex the toes. Walk the hands back, find balance. Ooh, feeling a little wiggly now. Bring that left knee in towards the belly. Those same hip flexors are pulling it in. Step it down, 90-90. Right hand to right glute, left arm high, inhale. Right arm high. Exhale, hands down, straighten up that forward leg, just a little bit. Keep that bend, tug the heel back, feel those hamstrings work. Extend your arms and tap your index finger all the way out to the pinky against the thumb. So index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. That is almost harder than the balance for me to say all of those. Maybe lean forward a little more, keep pulling that femur back. Ooh, and then bring your hands down. Right hand to the floor to a block, left hand to the sacrum, to that little tailbone. Keep pulling that left thigh back. That heel is pulling back as well. Maybe reach your left arm up. Maybe come to your right fingertips and hover your bottom arm off the floor. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Bring that left foot down, come into Anjane. So walk your right knee back. Squeeze your glutes and lift up with strength. Back heel in. Grab the foot maybe with one hand, maybe with two hands. Keep that same energetic tug of the left foot back and the right knee forward. And you'll even find more of a stretch. The second you turn on your right glutes, the second you start to tug your right knee forward, you're going to get more of a stretch through the front of the thigh as well. Just look at one point on the floor. And then gently release and lower down. Step back, find down dog. Walk the hands back or float them back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift to stand, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands down. Come onto the tippy toes. Now you can do whatever you want with your hands this time. You can reach them forward, to the sides, up, I don't care, whatever feels good to you. And bring your knees up to your belly. And if you can hold it a little bit longer, that's the goal. So try and see how long you can hold before you fall. My left foot is still so messed up, that's so funny. Woo. And then let it go. And just give it a nice little shake. Nice. All right, we're gonna play with some standing balances now. So at the top of your mat, we're gonna bring the right knee up. Bring your hands to your ribs. And as you exhale, draw those low ribs together. Lift through that standing leg so your glutes are on deep core. Come into tree pose. So I like to grab my ankle and put it against the inner thigh. And it's actually a myth that you can't have your foot on your knee. You can have your foot on your knee. You can have it lower. It really doesn't matter at all. Engage here. Find those oppositional forces. So here, the opposition is pushing your right foot into your leg and pushing your leg into your foot. And these two forces meet, balance, and lift you up. Hands to heart center if that feels appropriate. Externally rotate that right leg so your glutes are on, those right glutes are on. They're not soggy. Give them a poke if they need it. Maybe reach your arms up. Maybe close your eyes if you really want to challenge your balance, or turn your gaze up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. And I just noticed that some of you have socks on, which is fine if you need to, but socks are going to make your balance much worse because you're not going to have that same connection to the nerves on the bottom of the foot. So socks are just going to make it hard. And then we're going to draw the knee up, find your balance. Now as slow as you can, you're going to bring that foot into a crescent. And I just messed up my mat, so let me fix my mat. There we go. So come into your crescent lunge. Firm through those low glutes, and inhale, reach your arms up. The low glutes, your right glutes. I don't know what low glutes are. Reach through the arms, inhale in. As you exhale, we're going to straighten the forward leg and bring the back heel to the floor. So just like we did in our half splits, tug that left heel back and flex your toes towards your shin, hands on the hips. Now if you're feeling wiggly here, stay. If you want more of a challenge, bend your back knee and you're going to start to lower down. If you want more of a challenge, lift your back heel off the floor. And you can see I'm really starting to wiggle there. Firm through the front body. Same principles apply. And if you're shaking, you're wiggling, you're wobbling, that's beautiful, that's amazing. That's what the body is supposed to do. Oh, and then lift up. Woo! Nice, come back into your crescent lunge. Take a deep inhale in, reach your arms high. And then we're going to start to find some momentum, leaning forward and back. And we're going to step back to the back of the mat. Nice. And then we're going to step forward. And we're going to step back. See how slow you can make it? Do it one more time. Meet in your crescent. And then turn into warrior two just for a second. Straighten the forward leg. We're going to set up for triangle pose. So firm through the legs. Pull your feet towards one another. Your glutes are on. Bring the right arm behind your back. Reach the left arm high. We're going to lower in 3 breaths. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, lower down a little. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Just one more. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Hovering. We're not resting. We're not resting on anything. We're just hovering. Turn the right shoulder up and back. What are your glutes doing? What are the legs doing? Reach your right arm up if that feels appropriate. Keep drawing that low belly inwards. Deep core on. Inhale and exhale. Let's lift up. Come back into your crescent. Reach the arms high. We're going to come forward and balance in a one-legged tadasana. Reach your right knee up. And then bring it down. Whew, nicely done. Same thing, other side. Let's bring that left leg in. Give it a little cut, a little squeeze. Draw the shoulders down. Plant your foot where you want it to be. And again, you're not going to hurt your knee. Your knee is very stable, very robust actually. Unless you already have a knee issue, don't worry. Bring your hands together. Find that balance of oppositional forces, just like with your hands. So if you push your hands into each other and you find that balance, not one arm isn't pushing more than the other, they're balancing and meeting each other's strength. Same thing with the legs. You're pushing the right leg into the left foot, the left leg into that right leg, and it's all meeting in the center to give you stability. Maybe reaching your arms high. Keep breathing. Notice if you're clenching your face, if you're curling your toes, or you're really gripping in the extremities. See if you can keep most of the engagement through the center part of the body. Maybe look up. Maybe close your eyes if you're feeling really bold. And then bring your hands together. Bring that left knee, or back to your heart, I should say. Bring your left knee up. And we're going to send it back, coming into your crescent. Nice. Get a little bend in that back knee. Your glutes are on. Arms high. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten your forward leg. Flex your toes up, balancing on the heel. Hands on the hips. And then if this is enough, stay. If you need more, bend the back knee, lean forward. If you need more, pick up your back heel and keep breathing. You'll notice your hands will want to do some funky stuff, and that's fine. You can reach your hands out if that helps you balance. Wow, I'm really struggling on this side, guys. Whew. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing. Just look at one point on the floor. And then slowly lift up, crescent, reach your arms high. Nice, find a little momentum and step back. Inhale, step forward. Try and make it light, so you're not crashing down, but it's light because there's engagement through the front body. There's engagement through the glutes, and all this engagement is going to give you that feeling of lightness, that feeling of lift. Nice, and then we'll meet in our crescent, arms high. Warrior two for a moment, hips turn to the left. Straighten your forward leg, bring the left arm behind you, and engage through the legs. So you're pulling your feet together, your glutes are on, inner thighs are on, it's all fired up. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, lengthen. Keep reaching your arms high, higher, higher, higher. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, lift. Last one, keep lengthening. Exhale, bring your hand down, hovering. We're not resting it on anything. And then turn that left shoulder up. Notice your glutes, notice your legs. Prioritize strength and stability over depth here. Maybe reach your left arm up now, reaching both arms away from each other. And it doesn't matter if your hands are on the floor or not, it's not what it's about. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lift up. Come back into crescent, back heel lifts. And we're going to step forward into our one-legged tadasana, left knee up. Find balance. Notice where you find a wiggle. And gently lower down. Whew. Give it a little shake in that standing leg if it needs it. Let me just see how we're doing for time. All right, we got a few more moments. Gonna challenge your balance a little bit more. Bring your leg up, knee into your belly. Bring your leg behind you, catch your foot for dancer's pose. So I like to have my hand on the big toe edge of my foot because this helps to open the shoulder and the chest in a way I like. Start to lean forward and push your foot into your hand. Now this is crucial, the balance of oppositional forces. So pushing your foot into your hand as you pull back a little bit and reach your left arm forward as a counterbalance. You can always have a little bend in your standing leg if that helps you. Just look at one point on the floor. Keep your glutes on. Crescent lunge. Reach the arms high. Bring your hands together at heart center. We're going to come into warrior three. Similar to our arm balances, our chest is very heavy. The torso is very heavy. So we're going to want to lower down in order to lift up. So you're going to lower down towards the floor, almost parallel to the floor first. Lean forward, come onto the tip of the back toes, and then maybe lift your back leg up. You can keep your forward knee bent, that's absolutely fine, or you can straighten it. One is not better than the other, it's just preference. Keep your glutes on, the front body is on, and also the back body. So you're still finding extension through the spine. The muscles along the spine are contracting to lift you up and to keep your spine in a neutral position. If you really want to challenge your balance, extend your arms out, make little pointer fingers, and tap your fingers to the tip of your nose. Nice, everyone. One at a time, one hand at a time. So one fingertip at a time to the tip of the nose. Be accurate. Be accurate rather than quick. Some of you aren't engaging the back muscles. I need to see those back muscles really start to work. Woo! And then come into your crescent. Well done. Reach your arms high, inhale. Exhale, push forward to lift up into your one-legged tadasana. Maybe extend your forward leg in front of you. Find engagement through those hip flexors. And then lower down. Woo! And then just give it a shake, whatever it needs. Nice. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg up. Bring that left leg behind. Catch the big toe edge of the foot. And it doesn't matter, right? If you feel better with the arm internally rotated, that's fine. I just like this variation more. Push your foot into your hand right away before it even starts to look like anything. And pull your hand back. Then start to pitch your chest forward. Once you have that connection between the foot and the hand, reach your right arm forward. Just look at one point in the floor. You can always bend your standing leg as well if it's too much for the hamstrings to have the leg straight. Engage through the left glutes. Breathe. Softly step down, crescent. Nice, back heel is lifted, hands to heart center. Firm through your glutes, even give them a poke. Again, we're gonna pitch the chest forward, parallel to the floor almost, to lean forward. So come onto the tippy toes until your foot floats up. So again, anytime we're trying to hop into a balance, so if I just try to like hop, I'm gonna have to catch that momentum. And that's gonna be a lot more difficult. Not impossible, but more challenging. We wanna make it easier for ourselves here. Extend your arms if you want to. Give your nose a little poke. And try to get right to the tip of the nose with the tip of the finger. Keep engaging through the back body here. Some of you still don't have that engagement through the back. So you need to lift the chest up, almost like you're in a cobra pose. Nice, keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Just look at one point on the floor. Woo-hoo. And then we're gonna step back, come into your crescent. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, bring it forward, left knee in. Find your balance, and maybe shoot that left leg forward. Push through the heel, and gently lower. Oh, give it a nice little shake, a little wiggle. Do what you gotta do. All right, we're going to come on down in a balanced way. So bring your feet together, firm through the glutes. Exhale through your pursed lips, and engage through the front body. Lift onto the tip of the toes. I keep saying that, but I mean the ball of the foot. You know what I mean. Now maybe reach your arms up. Flip your palms up to the ceiling and push your arms up. Let your shoulders lift like you're in a handstand and you're pushing your hands into the floor. Notice if the booty is pooching out, if the ribs are pooching forward, draw everything in. So you're sandwiching the energy from the front to the back. And it's the oppositional forces, again, that keep you sturdy and balanced. Bring your arms forward, bend your knees, and slowly start to lower into toe stand. Nice. Draw those low ribs in. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, right arm forward. Softly lower your knees to the floor as softly as you can. Left hand either to your sacrum or to the floor behind you, and sweep your right arm high. Reach through those right fingers. Flip your palms to the floor, everyone. Nice, and then bring it forward. Now here's the tricky part. We're gonna come back into toe stand. Do it on the exhale. So you're gonna lean back. Try to get those knees up. Nicely done. Yeah, nice, everyone. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Gently lower your knees down so you're not crashing. It's as slow and controlled as you can make it. Right hand down, left arm up. Bring it forward. And bring the top of your feet down. I know they're feeling it. And you're just going to give your feet a little bang. Ooh. That's really satisfying. I don't know why. And then we're going to come onto the feet. And we're going to roll down onto the back. So just bring those feet forward. Make your way down. Give yourselves a little cuddle. And just take easy little movements side to side. Find what feels good here. Any movement that is calling out to you. Listen to what your body wants. Try and give it to it. Give it to it. Nice. Let's grab onto the right leg with both hands, really, both hands. Extend the left leg long down the mat, push through the heel, and bring the left leg down. Bring the right arm to the floor, take a deep inhale, and exhale, twist all the way to the left, all the way down onto that left hip. If it feels good, turn your gaze to the right. And if this feels a little too aggressive, you can always support your right shoulder. You could get a pillow or a block under your right shoulder, or you could get a pillow or a block underneath your right knee. So if you feel any discomfort in the low back particularly, you can bring some props there. Inhale, let's come up. Bring the knees in, give yourselves a cuddle. Grab onto the left leg, extend the right leg long, push through that right heel. Left arm down, inhale. And exhale to twist all the way onto your right hip. Keep your left shoulder grounded as long as that's feeling okay for the back. And you can always bring something cushy under the body to give you a little more support. Steady the rhythm of your breath. Allow the body to soften here. And then slowly make your way back up. Bring your knees in, give yourselves a squeeze. Draw your nose up to your knees, lift your arms up, squeeze tighter, tighter, tighter. And then lower all the way down. Coming onto the back for Shavasana. Any position here that feels good. Doesn't have to look a certain way. If it's available, close your eyes and mouth. Take a moment to allow all the work from your practice to settle. Remember that it's in our moments of rest that our body is able to restore itself, that it's able to gain more strength, that it's able to repair. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the movement in your rib cage. Notice the movement in the belly. On your next inhale, breathe into the ribs, the belly. Draw the breath all the way into the chest and the throat and hold this breath. And when you're ready, sigh it out. Gently roll the head left to right, massaging the base of the skull. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Inhale, reach your arms high, stretch your fingers, point your toes. And exhale, roll to your right hand side. Draw your knees to your belly, chin to chest. Inhale, lift up to a seat. Try and keep your eyes closed if you can, your face soft. Inhale, bring your hands together. Exhale, bow the head, press the thumbs between the eyebrows. Take one last moment of stillness here. Observe your breath and body. Inhale, lift your head, open your eyes. And thank you all so very much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope you're feeling a little more confidence in your balance, a little bit more confident in how to find it and cultivate it.